What's up, Hippo lovers? A $100 show match sponsored by Nathaniel. Winner takes all. We will play 5 games of Arabia if it goes to game number 5. MbL starting off with Spanish. Mr. Yo with Saracens. Let's jump into the action here. In the yellow trunks, our player that in one co-cast said like, I'm always against Hera or Viper. I can clap everyone else, but then I lose against those two. And Nathaniel said, yeah, he's a pretty big boy with a lot of wild statements. Let's put him to the test and see how he does against the non-Viper Heras on the world. And obviously, Mr. Yo came to mind and did accept the challenge, and he will try to play his very best to deny MbL the satisfaction. And this is the time where I ask you for some predictions. MbL left-hand side and Mr. Yo right-hand side. I will go for a 2-3 win for Mr. Yo here. And I will start... Why does it not start? MbL, Mr. Yo. Make live. Continue. Show. Continue. Bam! Best of 5 now written at the top as well. Ah! Okay, and here we are. Uh-oh! And yeah, we didn't have any special clarifications. I see a lot of 1-3, a lot of people being the MbL fanboys. And yeah, he is already delivering quite nicely here. Mr. Yo trying to block this one. Scout down to 25 HP. Robo predicted 4-3. Thank you so much, Robo. And... we see so far okay-ish deal. Did get a 3rd hit though. I think he needs to run. 9 HP here, not much he can do. Or does he want to? How far away is it from home? Quite far. He even walled himself off there. So needs to go to the left-hand side. Yeah, and just has to run. I don't think that makes a lot of sense with 6 HP. I think now he's just wasting a bit of time. And yeah, is now running home. No, he's not. He's not. It's still the dance. Behind this economy of Mr. Yo is floating quite a lot of resources.
Lily Love.
Frog style, thanks for man. Same goes for Tomato Gondola. Thanks for your prime. MbL still active here with the dance. This is crazy. But yeah, it's still only 2 hits. MbL can never ever make it home. Or can he? Now with some bird helping out, but the boar is going back. Full lame style, full try hard. 4 on wood here. How does he play this one? Not the greatest map, but MbL will try to make something happen. Horrible generation, actually. Double stone at the front, gold at the front as well. No idea what he's going to play. Oh boy, is that map back bad. Didn't even mention it earlier. On the other side, Mr. Yo, okay-ish gold, can easily wall off the right-hand side. He himself plays Pop 21 towards Feudal Age in MbL. That looks like walls into skirmishers, so what's the play here? It doesn't look too great. What is he seeing? He sees both of the stone spots at the front, sees all the gold. Probably just wanted to see if there's another wood line. To wall 2. What's the show match for? The show? Has Yo scouted MbL stones? Unlikely. Didn't really even see where he is. Sees stone and gold. Did you see? He scouted at the bottom and then did go for the boar block. Let's see over here. A very unfortunate generation of this one. Only lame and outpost. MbL would win no tournament. Okay. Thanks for your input. Did MbL ever win a tournament, guys? A 1v1 tournament? I'm thinking about it. Yeah. That's true. Legacy of the Hunts too. He won. And yeah, still goes for the wall. Scout might come in and he's still 45 HP. MbL is without loom. Quick wall, click, click, and gate at the edge of the map. The typical MbL move. Masters of Arena MbL 1? Okay. I don't remember that one. But okay. Human Master of Arabia 2v2. Yeah. He won more tournaments. I ask about 1v1s, right? And Mr. Yo, look at that double archer range and early market here. Only now 1 on gold. Interesting approach. Look at that. Not going on gold at all, although he goes for archers. Now sells this 200 stone away. Sells his 200 stone away. Sells his 200 stone away into gold and now can continue with the archer production. And only sends them over now. Interesting approach here. Whew. Okay. This skin doesn't have a score panel. You can enable in-game score for this one. Okay. I don't really know why Age of Empires keeps turning off my score every single game. Feels really bad. Luckily I have people that are very kind and remind me. Now I have... How is it called? It's not an earworm. If it's stuck in your head... I should know. Of the Street Fighter soundtrack. Earworm? It is earworm? Really? Thought it was a different term. Okay, MbL now up. Not really sure what's his plan behind here. Goes for Archer Range and Blacksmith. Two more. Yeah. That's exactly what I meant. Yeah. 27 pop straight FC with walls. Boy oh boy. Yeah, and it's never going to work. Like this is a full game where MbL can just go full tilt mode. This is it. Yeah. This is because he tried to lane with a horrible map. Crossbows will be so efficient. Like Saracens will just shoot through there. Goes full skirm defense now. Ay. Going to be really ugly. Housed for ages as well. And yeah, those archers just shoot through there. Still missing fletching, but we get 2 eco upgrades there quite early on from our Saracen player. You don't know MbL's plan. Let me tell you, he will wall and make it seem like he's going FC, but then he will go up and going pike and skirms. Not seeing any pike here, guys. But yeah. Going FC and going for skirmishes feels very likely at the moment. Now sends 4 villagers back on gold. That one will be broken. Not a pretty wood line for sure. Archer count now 11. We have 4 skirmishes against that. No villager losses. KD overall 0-0. Army value, as you can see, 320 against 920. What is that? 380? Oh. Okay. If capture rates guys are here, that should be differently aligned, right? Percentage-wise here. Yeah. MbL would normally go towers too, but he has no stone access. But can you go for the strategy then? It's going to be a toughie. But, well, he gets +1 attack, gets +1 defense. Doesn't need any gold for that, being Spanish. And those villagers don't even need to be pulled. The big question is, though, what does he do against the Castle Age army of Mr. Yo that will come eventually as well? MbL plays the most weird amongst top 10 players. Yeah. For a change, well, just me looking back and not completely raging over his draft means that he actually had a pretty solid draft then, right? MbL's unlucky always was top 100 players. Yeah. Yeah, also Tedo said, like, yeah, Red Bull Wololo, if he gets to the second round, it's against Hera again, I believe. And he's like, oh, always Viper, Hera. And I'm like, yeah, if you're top 5 in the world, it is very likely that you will face a lot of other top 5 players in the world as well. Now chasing those down, but that's so many scouts out. Actually, way more scouts than what I would have expected here from Mr. Yo. Is trying to run away. 2 archer losses, 3 archer losses. MbL is chasing it down, has the better KD, and dives in deep. Won't find another one though. And I think Mr. Yo, is that overproduction of scouts? Feels a bit like it. Oh, why are we killing the camels? The wild camels! One skirmisher still out. MbL now with some walls, drops the TC, survives this one quite reasonably. I'm top 5, but I don't face other top 5 AoE players. Yeah, I don't think you're top 5, my man. Any chances ASM beats Terra? Well, any chances, yes. I would give it under 5% though. Although it's best of 5, I don't think Hera will be super prepared for this one. Might even hide some strategies. Maybe we can go for a generous 8% for ACCM. Hera is my big favorite in that set. I don't understand how a guy as smart as MbL can be so bad at Civ drafts that he mentioned when it wasn't terrible. Well, you have the answer already in your question. A guy as smart as MbL. $8 for $100 bet? That's not how 8% work, my man. 8% is $1 versus $12.50. Scouts now moving in. Skirmishes. Oh, can the scouts get in here? No, they cannot. And we'll maybe find half a kill, but then have to run away. Eating the TC. A bit surprising to me here. That's the same, no? What? $8 to $100 bet. Ah, yeah. Lol. Yeah, it's the same, yeah. 8 for 100 is 1 for 12.96. What? 12.96? No. Shouldn't be 12.50. Yeah, if you want to, we can bet $8 against $100. Obviously, that's a weird amount that doesn't really make sense with PayPal fees. One H doesn't equal 8%, guys. Ah, I said 8%. Yeah, so it's 12.5x. Yeah, but I also said 8%. We never. Yeah, we never talked about. Oh! Nice mangonel shot number 1. Mangonel shot number 2. Okay, dodge now. Phew. And we have lame loss for MbL? Well, I think strategy loss, right? It feels like he decides for a strategy beforehand and only then looks at his map and then complains, okay, I have a really bad map for the strategy. I think this is something where going open skirms into towers or something might have been better than trying to go for the full wall. That's why I'm saying never do math on stream. Yeah. What, MbL? 10 villages ahead now. Now with the donkey defense here. Gets one knight. Gets the crossbows. That was really nice. Can micro that one away. 3 HP. And survives here. Nice defense by MbL. Mr. Yo. Yeah, he is pressuring with some siege now. But we have the siege workshop from MbL to defend as well. Goes for TC number 3 now. Both players with 2-4 at this moment. Zoom in donkey, please. There you see him. Okay, I tried to do some damage there. Didn't really happen. MbL really not with the prettiest map of them all. So let's do the math again. I say it's 8%. So let's say we have some PayPal fees. So I will give you odds of 1 to 10. If someone wants to bet. Yeah. 8 for 100 is the correct bet? Yeah. I know. Oh, those skirmishers here actually doing an okayish job. Knights with very few upgrades now goes for the defense upgrade. Redemption coming in for MbL. How does Mr. Yo's base look behind this one? Goes on stone slightly. Still only 2 TC play. Now outpost rush the outpost rusher. Interesting. Do they have any restarts? No. This is a random show match, plus the time of restarts is kind of over. Although, wait. Did we have restarts in the Arabia Invitational? Then I would allow them as well. But yeah, I think it doesn't really make sense to do restarts. So if we will take Hera's side and lose 100 if ACM wins. Yes. You will just eat the TC on gold now. Well, looks a bit like it, but one conversion against the Mangonel here needs to be very close. Doesn't want to lose his own Mangonel. And, well, that was kind of okay for Mr. Yo. 600 score advantage now. Hi. Pop 80 against Pop 72. Ooh, Cross was going in deep. Phew. Should you do Expo Ram now? I don't think Rams are doing anything. I think Mangonel are way better. MbL can easily defend a Ram push because he has the Siege Workshop and can go for Mangonels himself. Yo just needs to be active and attacking that one at the right hand side again. Skirmish is coming around. Could eat a big shot with all the Mangonel here. And time to retreat. Could move in here. Not sure. Do we have ballistic? No, we do not have ballistic on either side. Oh, that you see under so much pressure, and look at that. 9 idle villagers in that one as well. Now the crossbows at side only. Now Botkin arrow coming in. Attack left hand side. Crossbows are seeing that in time. That's why we have the outpost here as well. Let's go into the point of view, and yeah, we have very good vision with that outpost, and gets a lot of damage against that one off. Maybe a right hand side of Mangonel could have been nice as well. One knight is actually doing a reasonable job against all those skirmishers. Mangonel indeed is coming. Left hand side aggression continues as well. Another donkey goes down, and so much pressure here from our Saracen player, who now added TC number 3. MbL, well, he did have 2 extra TCs, but losing that one at the front puts him down, and trades off Mangonel for 1 here. That knight deleted, didn't want to convert to the Spanish Christianity, and MbL just gives this one up. Mr. Yo takes game number 1 for himself, and yeah, that's just MbL. It just felt like he decided to, okay, I want to lame this one, and then overlay. Do I need to press start here? Yeah, okay. And his map was simply not good. I'm not sure what he scouted early on, that he felt, okay, my map is so bad, maybe I have to lame. It didn't feel fair for him. We can agree on that. And MbL just threw 15 sub gifts. What do you mean by that? He gifted 15 subs? I don't think so. Did he? Well, it was a very unfortunate map for MbL, and he couldn't properly adjust to it. I think the strategy choice wasn't great. Ah, you had a bet with him? Okay. What did he throw then? I still don't really get it. Okay. Mr. Yo with the better KD has the better economy behind this one as well. MbL, obviously, so many idols. Had a reasonable fast castle, but then not the units to follow it up. Mr. Yo, just the Mangonels and all the damage. Let's go. I want to see raising damage now. Oh, wait. That should be a nice stat. Castles, killed value, raised value. Okay, Mr. Yo only 470 raised value. Ah, because the building has to go down. Because absolute damage has to be over 1000 here for sure. Because he Did so much damage to that TC as well. Okay. Let's jump out of it. And hope that MbL will be back with hopefully a better map for himself. So, those were the bans earlier for everyone who just tuned in. We picked 7 civilizations, then 2 banned on each side. And now we have the last pick of MbL gone and a mediocre pick of Mr. Yo gone. Or actually pick 5. Yeah. And let's just hope that MbL can shake this one off quite easily. Game apparently already started. And we see Celts versus Vietnamese. Okay. Think the first game might not make it onto YouTube, so I will just quickly tell you. We are looking into best of 5. MbL versus Mr. Yo. MbL, well, had some bold statements that he only loses to Hera and Viper in tournaments. And, well, Mr. Yo was ready for the challenge. MbL, unfortunate map, unfortunate lame start. And we will hope that he can provide some better games. Starting off with this one, Celts for Mr. MbL. And, well, this time with a better map has Golden Stone closer. Actually gets some hits off against Mr. Yo here quite early, who is Vietnamese. Therefore, he sees the TC of MbL and tries to find some laming spots. But I believe both boars, yeah, in the back here and further back. Did you see Viper Hera charity matches? Your views on them? I watched half a match while not being sober. So, no strong feelings. They are close. Reasonably close, I would say. Nice defensive gold here for Mr. Yo as well. Big wood lines at the front somewhat. And berries at the front as well. Interested to see how they will play this one out. Score is flying in for all of us. Best of 5. $100 show match. Winner takes it all. So you're still active. MbL goes to the other side. Maybe he wants to lame as well. Does MbL even have all his sheep? He did leave again without finding all his sheep. It's so weird. Oh, small block here. And MbL didn't see it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And oh, now the lame. Oh, that's so ugly. Oh, the perfect timing. Ay, 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 ay. And MbL, he's coming back though. Did he scout the other? Oh, no way! Oh, this is so... What? No, did that... Ambi. Trying to block this over here now, and... Ay. I will trash talk him so much. He the guy like, oh, only Hera and Viper can beat me, and... Unfortunate game 1 and game 2. Well, surely with a better opening here for Mr. Yo as well. Remember, that's -2 sheep as well. And Mr. Yo just loops around. He is happy to just buy himself some time. Gets 1 boar in. Actually, he is mis-macroing this one. Not getting his second boar. Did he not see that one? Oh, guys, it's happening here as well. Actually, he sees it, but it was in the black hole there as well. Oh, look at that villager. Ay. Full disaster game here. Ay. 2 top 50 players, maybe top 60 players in the world. And such shaky openings, and I'm not really sure why Mr. Yo is going over here. MbL missing that. Yeah, okay, I would say top 70 players. Yeah, did he troll him a bit? Like, yeah, I will just get the boar back to you, and then we'll take it away from you again. And MbL goes for more blocks. Okay, boar gets 1 hit off. 19 HP now. MbL, that will be a shaky start. Normally you send some more villagers on wood to get some farms up. Or you get some more villagers on the berries, maybe sometimes even both. Now he goes for the ostrich at the front and one barracks here. Meanwhile, nice defense there by Mr. MbL. Okay, we can catch up now that all the action is kind of over, so we are in the live game. Seems like a militia opening here, maybe even a lots of militia. No, not really. By MbL, he now has 2 of his boars, and we are live. Mr. Yo is walking MbL with his boar? Yeah, a bit. What is Mr. Yo doing? Going for full walls as well? Is he playing fast castle? Or is this his pop 23, I'm fully walled and go archer behind walls and you have no idea what I'm actually doing kind of play. But it's always archers kind of play. We just need to run over, not a lot of HP here. Does he see those militia? Oh, barely misses them. Barely misses them, but has enough villagers around, right? Oh, sees the militia? If he actually sees them. That's the question. Is quick walling now? Ooh. 2 more, 1 more. Okay, got those in time. 1 at 39 HP here. And 1 at 7 HP, but did get it. Hui! That wasn't easy. Now on gold, and he keeps producing villagers, so that's going to be fast castle for a Vietnamese player. Quite interesting, because a Celt player doesn't really hate that scenario for himself. Hole next to the house? Between those two? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, my man. It's open at the top. Oh, that's... I will say no. It's so tough to say. Celt hard counter Vietnamese, right? Well... I think in Castle Age it could be tricky. In Imp I actually don't mind Bombard Cannon, Arbalest / Rattan. But yeah, I think a big Castle Age push with lots of siege could be problematic for a Vietnamese player. Okay, barracks over here now. Kind of the confirmation, okay, I will play fast castle, you didn't miss anything. Sends another bitch on gold? No. Thinks better of it. Both players with slow up times, taking their time. MbL completely walled here. 0-0 KD for quite some time. Nearly versus T90 show match when? I would be surprised if he would do it. And well, if you want to put some money on that, you can ask him. All he has to do is 1 game so that Viper doesn't diss him. Okay. You think this set will change anything in MbL dissing? I think MbL dissing is so universal. Even if MbL wins this best of 5 6-0, that wouldn't change anything. And oh, look at that. Vietnamese approach, normally you see the archers, but also against the archers we expect the mangonels, and Mr. Yo with the mind games will go for knights, most likely. Blacksmith market, so that's indeed Spearman plus siege. Now some rest juggling there at the top. Did sell 100 stone. I think sold some wood as well. Bought food. Has idle villagers. And for quite some time already. Okay. 3 lazy vermin. Indeed. Maybe they were having a talk. Is that? Oh! Latest gocked. Look at that. That's me in a group project. Like, yeah, I'm over there. You can already start, and I will easily catch up. No problem. Yeah. I will do the presentation. No worries. I will bring my laptop and yeah, all the research I will do that, and yeah, I can also do the sources. Yeah. It's all good. We will just split the credit points. And then like, okay, I'm here. And everyone like, yeah, we already finished. And like, oh, is there anything else I can do? They're like, no. Well, too bad. But I really tried, guys. I really tried. You saw me here, like, it's not like I looked between the two houses and saw your progress. No, I really tried to get here as fast as possible. Does walling slow your castle by 2 minutes? Well, there's this walling and that walling, right? There's some walling that would slow down your castle age 8 minutes. There's some walling that doesn't slow down your castle at all. Why am I not able to zoom as much as you do? You probably don't have Ultra HD activated or something like that. Let me know when it's safe to unmute chat. As long as you are in it, probably never. Yeah. Okay, Knight now out. Instantly shows his cards, kind of. Builds a defensive siege workshop as well. What did you teach? Math? Yeah, math and social science. Ooh, Knight gets a lot of damage there. 30 HP left. Whew. Funny combination of courses. Yeah, that's why I did it. It's not because I like them, it's only because I felt like, ha, that would be funny. Actually, I'm really bad at math. As you saw in game number 1. Okay, yo, not dropping any extra TCs. MbL, way more army at the moment. Spearman, we have... Oh, double... Oh, and now the dance. Oh! Good one for MbL. And that's one that should never go that heavily in favor. Let's take a look. Ground attack here. Dodges those for now. Villager around. Does some damage against his own spearmen. And those are doing damage as well. Lovely move here by MbL. Very aware. KD 4-1 at the moment. Which grade did you teach? 1st to 4th grade mainly. And some 9th grade. Whose position do you like? MbL, by far. He has the civilization that arguably has the strongest castle age push. He has a lot of control, has the hill, and is fully walled behind this. We have 2 woodlines for Mr. Yo, but both of them are really exposed. He doesn't really have the good transition. The base at the front feels very tight to micro with mangonels, right? If you go here, where do you really move out the shots? While MbL can always move, he can take all the hills. So way better spot for MbL at the moment. What if Mr. Yo suddenly went full elephant? Well, we already have 6 spearmen out and 1 single monk would counter that as well. Unless you go for like 5 elephants plus. But if you take a look at that, Mr. Yo sits at 11 farmers. So, not going to happen. What do you do against Celt Siege as Vietnamese? Honestly, I would have played the game differently. I don't really know why. We knew that MbL could never have a good feudal age opening. Obviously, Mr. Yo didn't scout MbL's map too well. But I just play more archers, try to not allow MbL to take the center control here. Well, thanks, my man. Go for a castle, maybe. Well, Rattans aren't great against mangonels. Most of the time, you don't get the castle up as well. Because, yeah, going onto stone takes so much time. Your economy isn't great. Remember that Mr. Yo had to wall quite a bit as well. And his stone spots aren't pretty. So, yeah, defensive castle was not an option in this case. Sometimes, if you have a unit that can raid a bit better, I think that could be an option. Let's say Rembai, Camel Archers, Conquistadors, Mango Dice, something like that. I could see an argument for trying to get a defensive castle up and then basically defend one side and raid in the back. But then you need to have your resources very clumped up as well. And where's the castle spot on this map that you could do where you secure gold and wood for yourself as well as the farm? Kind of like here? that spot. But then you're open, you're still so open, so it's Castles kind of only make you safe at one single spot. Can you try Redemption? Yeah, most of the time then the opponent just mixes in some scouts, but yeah, Redemption Monks is one of the options against the Celt push. But still, not pretty, and I think Vietnamese don't even have Redemption. Yeah, and Chat is questioning that as well, so yeah, not an option. It was more a general question, like what are the options against Celt's push? MbL's boom looks solid behind this. Well, he is 5 villages ahead, 10 military ahead as well. Continues with his aggression here. Spearman doing a good job. And yeah, now the pressure continues. Stable might even die as well. 14 to 10 KD at the moment. Monk active there. Knight will fall. Militia knocks that Monk down. And what? Spearman is actually running away. Monk might survive. No. Militia punishes him. And now we suddenly have 3 knights out here by MbL. Make it 4. And Mr. Yo is very, very exposed. Traded off Mangonels here at the left-hand side. And that's not looking too pretty for Mr. Yo. MbL in a solid spot here. Oof, dodges that one. Mangonels just so active here. And yeah, maybe could make an argument that that was a really fortunate civ matchup for Celts against Vietnamese civilization that obviously heavily relies on your archers, and Mangonels just Celts just so good with their Mangonels against all those archers. Monk survives that one after getting the conversion, but Mangonel is not falling. Did switch the target there. Now heavily rushes onto stone. Some people also like to play guard tower defense against this push, but as mentioned earlier, stone spots simply weren't great. Hera and MbL are so good with Mango Micro. Yes. How much is the prize money and what is the distribution? I need it for Liquipedia. Yeah. Then AoE zone could have... Ah, yeah, okay. $100 winner takes it all. As always, info on AoE zone in such cases. How can I learn MbL like Mango Micro? Is there anything DE workshop to practice? Just play 2,000 games in 7 months. Lol. That would help. Yeah, it's a lot of practice. $5,000? I don't think he played 5,000 games in 7 months. Stable now goes down. Mangonel with the defense. Trades off 1 for none. How did MbL survive there with 41 HP? That was like close to a full hit. That was weird. That was weird. Huh. Is MbL on 3 TCs? No! Or technically, yes. Here at the bottom you can see the TC count. And now we're rushing out a defensive castle. But that castle actually is not even protecting the TC. So... yeah, but you could not get it up here. This spot, maybe delete those 2 farms could have been an option and try to press it up there behind that line. Pooh, not going to be easy.
Rogan?
How's this better than going exposed? Thanks, Webro, for 18 months. SAO. It dances again. MbL so good with this one and trades off 1 for 1. Actually, pretty solid for him. Knights now around here. Ay, more villagers dying. Now 22 villager lead for MbL. Just so active. Another villager dies and... Hoang has 2,500? Well, not in what time frame? In the last 6 months? On DE? No. He has way more than 2,500. No, N-Brain. That's not right. He has way more. Yeah. Fake news. 40C in the back, as you saw. massive, massive score lead here, population-wise. 110 against 70. Ay, all the pressure in the walls. +1 defense now for MbL as well. Goes for lots of knights. And yeah, tries to run away there. Oh, that looks like a forward castle, or what? Indeed it is. And I like the spot, kind of. One Rattan is around, will block the double gold. Where are the other golds? One in the back there, pretty untouched. So that is nice in some form. Double knight here, no mangonels around. That card will go up. MbL only now spotting it. Is he trying to rush out a defensive tower? No, he just pulls the villages away. How swung full-time worker and 5,000 games in 6 months? I didn't know he's a full-time worker. Yeah, did he even try to build a castle there? That's so weird. That's so weird. Oh, lots of mangonels exposed, but trades off 1 for 1. Better than what he could have expected. He did try to get a castle up there. That would have made 0 sense. 650 stone. Now builds it somewhere. Indeed defends that area. Goes for a handcart. We'll lose that 1 TC. We'll lose control over the gold. But he also gained control in the center of the gold as well. So that's solid for him. Ground attack here. Oh, missing. Quite untypical for MbL. The Scorpion has to finish the job. Gets all the eco upgrades in the world now. Knight still blocking that right hand side. Some Rattans trying to defend. Pui, Mr. Yo really stretching it here. Looking at the score. Doesn't really make a lot of sense to still stay in this one. Poof, and another castle. Hi, MbL goes for more knights. Quite surprising to me that he isn't trying to rush up Imp. What feels so natural. Goes for some votes now for the defense. Rams around as well. And that castle has to be cancelled. While mangonels didn't really know where to go. Oh, and that castle, will it go up? Mangonel's too far away. Now sends them to the left-hand side. A bit indecisive. MbL, does he not know about this castle? He does know. Now patrols in, votes, and knights. But either with 1 defense upgrade only. Rams moving forward. I think Mr. Yo will see that castle go up and will be able to hold it after this. What can those mangonels do? Well, those 3 villages are dead. Maybe we can get a shot off here. Gets the scout to begin with. Meanwhile, castle. All the knights going down. Villagers need to fight this one off. And MbL gets another kill here. That's just so crazy how active he is. Villagers fighting this one down, but fighting uphill isn't pretty. Maybe some patterns could have helped out. 2 rams down, make it 3 rams down. Need to see some repair. 400 stone in the bank. Trying to hold this one off. Villagers being pulled, but now 2 knights behind this one. MbL still with massive amount of aggression. And yeah, the castle is held. Mr. Yo increasing his hopes, but yeah, where are his hopes? Well, his hopes are as existent as this wood line. Well, they were there before the game started. Isn't the Red Bull game today? No, it's not. As always, AoE Zone and Liquipedia, your sources. 1 TC left versus 4. Goes over here at the left hand side. What is Mr. Yo thinking? It feels so weird. Hi. Double the population now for MbL. He dives in with another group of rams. Maybe could have waited a bit longer. Knights. Maybe the second defense upgrade could help. Where the votes come in, they're coming from the bottom. Maybe cut off reinforcements. 3 rams now moving forward. Rattan's probably about to die here. And yeah, Mr. Yo sees. Well, score 7k to 4.5k. Maybe I will just accept my fate and we'll give it up. 1-1 the score, and MbL, yeah, gives himself the shortened set with the result that he probably felt already belonged to him in game number 1. And we can take a look at the statistics together. KD surprisingly even, but MbL got so many raisings there, and raisings, and economy should just be out of this world. Indeed, look at that, solid 5.5k more food, 6k more wood, 2k more gold. Only stone is the lead there for Mr. Yo. But yeah, you saw the spots, 50 villager lead there. Why were Chinese and Vikings ticked? Banned. So, now Vietnamese are gone, and Celts are gone. Sick boom behind the push. Well, he didn't have to go for monks. He went for like 3 knights. Only 7 spearmen, no pikeman upgrade. Celt eco is strong. So yeah, he could add it just so much earlier. Compared to the full Hurang rush. Are you taking a break, Nidhi? I also love this music, haha. Yeah, today is my last English stream for, I would say, like 3 weeks. Last stream will be Monday, Monday. And then I will travel some. Score overlay? Yeah, actually using 2 different overlays at the moment. That's why I'm a bit behind. What was the deal with the first game? Just watch it back. MbL had an unfortunate map. Are they still in the game? I'm casting Red Bull. Yeah. Holiday traveled. A mix of stuff. Some work-related stuff. I will be at a German Age of Empires land for a week. Then I will see some friends as well. It's not really holidays, guys. No. And all in Germany. Red Bull in German? No. Red Bull is obviously being cast in English on the official Red Bull channel. MbL's wood collection would have been slower than yours due to missing bowsaw. Okay. And, well, in yellow again, no real idea why MbL is going for that. He is playing Ethiopians, and on the other side, Mr. Yo playing Franks here. Oh, and MbL super active. Ooh. 9 HP lost. Score? What's wrong with the score? That's weird. Start? Show? Yeah. Thanks. Capture H. Meanwhile, scout fight here. 29 against 22 HP. That's a fight MbL can never take. What is he doing here? MbL, Mr. Yo. No idea. Scout is just running away, guys. We're not missing anything. And yeah, so this is not working again. So we will have to use this one. That's not pretty. Alt S, move that away. Zoop. Mr. Yo 1. Ah yeah, I can cut it pretty small. Yeah, I think that's okay-ish. Obviously not the dream. Yeah, not really sure what's wrong with the scoreboard there for Capture H. Because it also worked on the other ones. Who do you think will be in the semi-finals for Red Bull tournament? I did post all my predictions on my Discord and on Twitter. You can check it there. Jordy flying in. I hope you had a wonderful stream there. We just had a Hurang game as well. that Mr. Yo did fall to, so no shame there. And I hope you all had a wonderful day. We are in a best of 5 set. Mr. Yo against MbL. $100 on the line. All Arabia. We had a safe draft earlier. Do you think Japanese would be a good pick on this version of Arabia? No. I don't think Japanese are top 15 in Age of Empires Arabia at the moment. And we only had to draft 14. Yeah. Jordan had his ass kicked. Yeah, but the beautiful thing with Jordan is that he's so willing to improve that kind of fuels his motivation to come back stronger as well. Mr. Yo and MbL had a small scout war. That's why we see them pushing scouts at the moment. 3 HP only left here for MbL. Did run into the TC and then got a bit out microed. Jordan was hwanged. Yeah, I saw a bit there. It is really easy to look bad there. Yeah, he won one game with Goth. I saw that one as well. You versus Hwang, who will win? Best of 5? I assume you talk about islands. Then I will win. 3-0. Can Mr. Yo speak English? Yes. There are multiple interviews with him. He is fluent in English. I have at least 2 interviews with him on YouTube. Lots of walls here. What is this wall? Okay, MbL is cancelling it. Okay, I was going for a bit of the wilder ones. It's not like that one excites me too much either. Where is he trying to find gold after this? Like, he completely accepts, okay, my gold is outside. Could go for that one, could go for the one in the back, but that's a weird opening. And especially with Ethiopians, what is he trying to play here? Ay. Do players practice for inflating score since it came down to that few times in last Red Bull tourney? I think they should, but they don't. And it's not really practicing, right? It's like thinking about it for 30 seconds and it should be fine. But also big change from Red Bull Vololo 1 to Red Bull Vololo 2 is that the time limit was increased from 58 minutes to 75 minutes. But Hera snipe. Mr. Yo getting that kill against MbL there, who felt he was close enough, but wasn't really. Would you like me to sort out the scoreboard? If so, this game's 3. Yeah, it's game 3 with MbL winning first and then Mr. Yo winning. Would be nice, just give me an update. Or actually, we can remove that and you can do it behind the scenes.
I am getting excited about the game again. Let's go, wallalol.
Why not wall the gold?
I will win against you in islands, provided my island is invisible.
Why not wall to the gold? Why not wall the golden and wall to the wood? Yeah, I don't know. MbL is a guy who really likes the small walls, right? This is way easier to re-wall if Mr. Yo is trying to break it eventually than this wall is, because he has the villager close by. But yeah, now the quick wall here, not really having a lot of map control, scouts against him. MbL just says, okay, I will accept that I can't contest the map for so long. Feels weird to me as well. Meanwhile, pretty standard opening here by Mr. Yo. Just goes for scouts. And Dico, thanks. Make sure to refresh your own scoreboard page in the browser. I didn't really understand that. Do you think Leary has reached his peak, or is he still not there yet? Far away. He's one of the players that is furthest away from his peak. Like, out of the top 15. Ooh, yoink. No, yoink. Mr. Yo, too active to see it. Why no winner predictions? It doesn't really make sense, right? There's so much that can happen before. And then it's like... It's just like random guessing. And I'm not really a fan. Like, I think what I did are like... relatively educated predictions with a bit of ballsiness there in the LAN versus the Max set. But yeah, just like predicting the last 2 rounds in a tournament, not really something I would consider very reasonable. Now we're going for the sneaky stable. by Mr. MbL. That will delay his castle age timing so much. Obviously still not on gold at all. Could now send the first villager in the back. Isn't really doing that, so we'll just accept that scouts is the way to go. Needs to find some villager kills. And Mr. Yo might offer that to him. Has everything super open so far. Ethiopia, normally a civilization that we can see going for lots of archers. But MbL with the mind games. How far do you believe Daud is from his peak? Well, relatively, he's further away from his peak. Absolutely. He's pretty close, I would say. Yeah. Now this could be... No, Mr. Yo is so active. Did he get any hits off? Doesn't really look like it. Those spearmen now telegraphing the raid here. 3 scouts out, trying to fight this one back. Doesn't really work out. Mr. Yo will lose several villagers here, I believe. Let's take a look how many it's going to be. Feels like at least 2. Maybe MbL can micro it well enough to make it 3, maybe even 4. That villager is not great either. Great move here by MbL. And all of a sudden, this one looks way better for him. 3 down is going for number 4. Lovely move. And Mr. Yo not having any vision. His scout's super far away. And now a solid lead. And not that far ahead when it comes to castle age timing. That's solid. Whew. Are we going back onto gold now? Going for forging here is Mr. Yo. Sends his scouts back. Has 3 spearmen around as well. And that one's getting attacked. Meanwhile, MbL, as we can see on the minimap, is going for as far away gold. Has 5 villages on gold. And I think Mr. Yo, he won't go for any army. And I think he should cancel forging. Because his first step will be not going on gold, but rushing the 2 TCs first. Maybe he wants to get a TC up at the front. But the knights won't do anything for quite some time. I think skipping forging could have been better. To just keep the 3 TCs running, get the wood upgrade. I think this would have been the better spot going into this game. But hey, obviously I see everything. I know that MbL isn't leaving any holes. Lots of spearmen to be pikemen eventually. And now the double archery range switch. MbL playing this one pretty damn sweet. What can I say? Villagers, 7 villager lead. And we see neither player with wheelbarrow. And soon we are castle age as well. So 2 more villagers. I will go for a wild 4 villager lead kind of. In this one. And those were the 4 villagers going down here. So Yo was just so sure that MbL wouldn't go for any army, or if so, it would hit later. 3 pikemen coming in clutch. Well, won't really get it into a direct push. That siege could be something. MbL sends the villager out. Do we have any knights coming around? Yeah, and that's so good. That's so good by Mr. Yo. Can MbL get some walls up here? No, he can't. What if maybe something to use the tree and... Oh! Split around. Gets the kill, but loses 2 knights for 1 villager. Pooh. Solid defense here by MbL. Do you know most of the best players in personal? Let's say from top 50. Like chatting with them, with every single one. Meeting in person. I would say like 30 players out of the top 50 I met in person. Yeah. Something like that. First of all, I met myself. It's only 49 to go. Yeah, now I was so active in so many meetups, right? NSC 1, 2, 3 really helped out. People stopped by there. Then I was in China, meeting all the Chinese people. And ECL LAN. So everyone from Suomi, AM. Yeah, I was very fortunate. Met a lot of those lovely dudes. Oh, got that snipe as well. MbL is active. He's playing a good game. What can I say? At which hour do Red Bull games start tomorrow? AOE zone and Wikipedia could tell you that at 13 GMT we will start. Have anyone really truly met themselves? Well, maybe some Buddhist monks did. 2 HP. Bop. Trade that one off. How many villagers he sent forward is just crazy. And sends her again. But she was kind of stuck, so takes some time. Is he sending her to the side? No, she's just taking the long way. Mr. Yo just doing such a great job of constantly killing those villagers. And look at that, he was 4 villagers behind. Is now 6 ahead, simply because he did drop those CCs so much earlier. That was a crazy hold. Yeah, military-wise, MbL is ahead, but he can't really use it as long as he's not getting the siege up. So that denial by Mr. Yo over and over again is just so good. And maybe you could just make an argument for MbL to just put down the siege workshop here, instead of him trying to constantly run to the front. Wheelbarrow though? Yeah, just kicked in. And now the conversion. I think he will go for a camel, pikeman. Ooh, trading off lots of HP. I think MbL will break this one, although it will be pretty damn close. Knights are saving themselves. Villager still survives. The spearman actually doing an okay-ish damage. Very low HP here for both players. And one conversion, maybe some healing could be enough to hold this one off. Should he not convert the will? No, I think converting a camel is just so much more value than converting a villager. And MbL, he just wants to get control of that hill. And now I think he has the army advantage. Look at that. Did go for the crossbow in the back. Did convert the camel at the front. Scorpion finishing off those low HP pikemen. But MbL, he did fight for it so hard. And now he has the control. +1 defense now for Mr. Yo. Crossman around here. Going for some snipes. Villagers in time to repair. Are they? They seem like they are. Villagers. 1 down. Knights going to the front. Camel is microed back, interestingly enough. Uh-oh. Now the scorpions are doing some damage. Being pushed back. What a nice game. Completely housed. It's Mr. MbL. Not even building a house at the moment. 1 villager is building a house. Hi. It's a meme. But sometimes things are memes for a reason, guys. Some other villagers in the back. Scorpion actually such a good unit against the army composition that MbL is going for. Still keeps some villagers on stone at stable number 2. Goes for more mangonels now. Another monk. More knights. Now goes for wheelbarrow to finally catch up. 5 villager lead, but economy was more on the even side. Scorpion for the defense. And I think he might finish the siege workshop before the mangonel pops out. Not sure. Especially if we see some dancing, the mangonel will pop out. Yeah. Monk instantly going down, trying to hold that hill. That's not going to work. MbL pushed in and the pikeman upgrade just comes in so handy. Mangonel now shooting uphill, doing some damage against the pikeman here. Another conversion. Ooh, hitting his own troops quite heavily. So the hill control. MbL dance with the mangonel, gets 1 shot off and gets the 1-for-1 trade. That's actually better than I feared for Mr. Yo at one point. Is it true, when sending a will forward, it's better to task it to build something like a house or palisade because it goes forward in a straight line instead of wandering a bit? And that was true on Woobly days, yes. Now you can... Oh no, actually, no. No, that's... I think that was never true. You did it in the past. Oh, mangonel! Dodged! Dodged! And shoot! Not dodged! Not dodged! The third one finally connecting. Meanwhile, the knights did some damage. And yeah, Mr. Yo has to be happy how those 10 seconds went. Hi. And pikeman converted here. And yeah, in the past you did send the villager forward to build a palisade. So that she will attack wolves back. Oh, Mr. Yo just bought himself stone, no? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, 177 stone there. So if he has a building task, nice 1-for-1 trade, then the villager fights back. Otherwise, just runs there. Throwing X-Men. Great against Mangonel, Knight, Camel, Pikeman. Not that great against Crossbow, though. Knights don't really want to commit. And Mr. Yo should be fine. Both with reasonable economy. Wood upgrade lead for MbL. Food upgrade lead for Mr. Yo, being Franks. And... well, imp transition will be so much smoother for MbL. Should MbL make scouts for the monks? Not anymore, no. I think crossbows Mangonel were good enough against those monks. I think scouts is not really the thing you want to add as Ethiopians. Is this a show match? I don't know. I really don't know. If you find out, please tell me. The way game is going, which late game civ and strategy you prefer? Well, I simply prefer the positioning of MbL, right? That he has this hill, might fall back on that hill, which is so crucial. Civilization-wise, I think I like Franks a bit more on open maps. Because you can go for Cavalier, Skirmisher, can just run around. But this one feels a bit more the one-dimensional push through the center. Which most of the time is then better for Ethiopians. Uh-oh, let's take a look at here. Knights now coming from the top. Mangonel short, pretty solid. MbL needs to go for some dancing. Mangonel not getting the last shot off. But that's a clear up. While we have the next raid over at the right-hand side. Mr. Yo plays this one very aggressively. Needs to pull back though. Pikeman coming over for the defense. Decimates the numbers. Maybe get some raids in here at the overchop. Monka S still around. So far, not a single player picking off any of the relics. MbL 70 villagers now against the over 90. We just had some losses here. Didn't really produce for quite some time to allow himself to get up to imp. Well, we see Mr. Yo, 6 villagers in production, some more knights in production. He wants to play this one in Castle Age for quite some time. I think we need to see some bombard cannons, which are kind of fragile here. Still not on stone this whole game long, Mr. MbL. If MbL saves its expos for Arbalest, it's GG, I feel it. Well, not really, my man. How is he using his Arbalest? Like, this push is not really an option. Running around here is a long way. He can't really force any fights. If he has a castle up here, then I agree. But it's not going to be that easy. Knights falling here. Obviously, Botkin TC is quite nice. Plus the crossbow with the pikeman. Did a good job. We'll be up to him pretty soon. What can Yo do? Full castle against MbL archers? Shall they try to go imp or full castle? Well, he already did the decision, right? To go up to imp as well. A full castle age attack makes sense if you can attack your opponent. And he did try to test the water here. Probably too many pikemen out. And he didn't really transition into enough skirmishers. So I think transitioning into imp makes more sense. Why no Arbalest? Simply doesn't have the resources, my man. You can see the resources here at the top. Did go for Thumbring, did go for Chemistry and Bracer. Simply the more important upgrades at that point. Did MbL just see those knights? He did not. How did he pull those villagers back? Probably wanted to build the mining camp. And then the knights were blocking the mining camp placement. Oh, that's not closed. That's not closed. Okay, now it is. Nice move there by MbL. Very aware of the situation. Now we should have bombard cannons out at the front pretty damn soon. Where are the skirm numbers? So far I only see 2.5 archer ranges. Goes for elite skirm now. Knights are trying to find another angle. Quick wall by MbL. Not in time. Whew. Monka S with some shift clicking. wants to go for some of the relics. Has 2 in his hands, 1 at the bottom, 2 at the top. MbL with more quick walls does a solid job here. 1 village actually hitting through the wall. Buys himself some nice time. At the top there would be some spot. Not really sure what Mr. Yo actually sees. Could actually know that. It's not super unlikely. Oh no, there are no overchops happening there. Now trying to hold the castle. No masonry though. Might hurt quite a bit. Mangonel, does he really want to contest this one? Actually, and shoot. Maybe second time. No, he couldn't. Knights are running back here. Nearly, why did pro players ignore relics back in the day? They did so much that they simply didn't know, right? In the area history set, you probably, like the last episode of area history, we did see completely them ignoring relics. It simply wasn't a deciding factor, right? There was just so much else to focus on. People didn't really know the value of it yet. Monks couldn't really be used either. So, yeah. If monks are weaker in general, then picking up relics isn't as efficient. Did you catch Togao versus Yo in Double Arabia? No. How about the attack? Now for MbL has the strong position on that hill. Finally we have the skirms out. Chemistry is flying in pretty soon as well. Ooh, not rewalled in time. Did repair it, but didn't really get the HP on that. That's going to be some losses. 120 villages too soon, under 85. And keeps up the pressure against the castle. Still would love to see masonry here. It just helps out so much. Push at the top here. What a lovely game. Mr. Yo very active. That's a tricky castle. Most people would love to get a defensive castle up here to get some more control of their own base, but not Mr. Yo. He's the guy who's so hungry.
My man.
Aha, thanks. Scum moving forward. I really feels like it's scary to only have 8 HP on that one as well. Conscription now flying in as well. Not going for any traps, and the defense obviously doesn't work. Bombard cannon could be an option. Now has 1 bombard cannon out. I think 1 bombard cannon should be enough to one-shot 32 HP uphill. But, shot in between! What happened there? Now some more dance. Villagers are dying at the front. Some dancing, and that's good for Mr. Yo, buying himself time. Going for the attack at the top, intercepting some of the reinforcements. Very active play, but needs to save his castle. Bombard cannons dancing a bit here. Gets 1 shot up at the top, and wasn't enough after floating so many resources. Still, second wood upgrade is missing, but all that interception looks lovely. Population pretty even for both players. Still no Arbalest. Okay, MbL now finally techs for Arbalest and the second armor upgrade. Skirmishes should still be able to do some reasonable stuff here. Bombard cannon with the defense, not really getting the greatest connection in. Oh, no, that's ugly. Bombard cannon of MbL gets the shot in here, and what? Okay, I must have missed another shot there from the top somewhere. That's still active. More armies coming over. Knights here. We have 2 relics for Mr. Yo. Skirm numbers just so decimated by all those light cav. Scouts now coming. Oh, light cav coming from the top. Skirms decimated by all the bombard cannons. Where are we having the relics? Okay, far in the back. So much more map control though. Another extra gold spot. Does Mr. Yo see that? Yes, he does. A bit surprised that he's not going for it. And now the Arbalest actually shrekking those skirmishers here. Obviously not that great from Franks. Skirms moving forward. What's happening? I need to retreat. Not the greatest production at the moment. Some rams, some skirmishers. That is it, but that push looks really deadly. Not the most important resources though. Yeah, some farms, 1 wood line, but it feels like this area is where we have most of the gold. Those knights, not really sure what order did they get that they decide that this is exactly what Mr. Yo meant. Okay, well, next try to snipe some bombard cannons, but they are just so well protected by all those arbalest. Lovely stuff, and skirmisher numbers at the front, really not that great. Pop 120 for Mr. Yo. MbL sits at 144. Phew, was I scared that this one dropped. No, no, Knights! This could have been it for you. So close and yet so far. Mr. Yo, okay, goes for the stone potentially. Indeed, that was his task, but Arbalest could clear this one up so much better now. 10 plus 4. Aggression still in the back. Cavalry attack now. Goes for some more interception. Nice move. 2 bombard cannons still alive. Gets another castle up here. Leaves himself somewhat exposed at the front. Goes for more gold. Wouldn't be surprised to see lots of cavaliers pretty soon. Yeah, clicking those away isn't really a thing. Second wood upgrade. Still something heavily lacking. Score extremely close. Three bombard cannons out. Built the next one. 4 cavaliers on the field. 19 skirmishers. 5 more in the queue. Starting to see if Mr. Yo will fall. Still is score lead. He made it so scrappy. MbL, oh, he will be housed. He will lose way more houses as well. Needs to make sure to replace those. And it will get tricky for MbL to always watch his bombard cannons at the front. Do we have a siege workshop? Or yes, we do. Where is the siege workshop? Bombard cannon now being produced. Could get some good shots off. And in a weird parallel universe, there might be one bombard cannon shot that kills all the 3 bombard cannons of MbL. Let's take a look. Defense here. Stop for now. Bombard cannon shot is now coming in the front. Bombard cannons. 1 down. Going for the second one. Dodged unintentionally. Third shot. Dodged intentionally. And bombard cannon is now going back. The cavaliers did survive at the bottom. Uh-oh, 1 cavalier alone doing so much in the back here as well. Getting so much more control. Gold at the top. Bombard cannons could get sniped. More light cav coming from the top. MbL active with the dance. Some more splash damage being dealt there. Skirmishers now trading off. Not the greatest thing ever. Simply having not bracer and no 3rd defense upgrade either. Oh, and that's a costly raid. MbL luckily sees it instantly, but that's going to be some dead villagers for sure. Meanwhile, bombard cannon is trying to hold, but now too far at the front. Oh boy, and not going for the super finish. MbL, he will lose a lot of ground. Pop 150 for him for now. That is still a scary, scary army. Bombard cannon getting a good shot off. Do we see another good shot? And, ooh, that bombard cannon has to be happy. Starting to see now falling on the other side. What a beautiful, beautiful game here. Still a massive, massive army. Bombard cannon falls. Mr. Yo needs to run. Skirmisher numbers simply not high enough. Tries to go for the defense. 2 bombard cannons dancing. Some not going to be enough. MbL just too hungry to find the kills. Goes in deep into the economy. Some repair on the bombard cannon was not enough. Next attack over here. Now trying to claim the stone of Mr. Yo. Of Mr. MbL. What a lovely game. What is that? Mr. Yo didn't see that. He only built the lumber camp next to that one tree. But yeah, that's an elephant graveyard, my man. That's not a forest. Ooh, yo. Well, he gets some trees. Skirmisher, just trying to buy some time so that the bombard cannon can do the damage in the back. And still can't really deliver. Poof. More cavaliers now from the top. Could get Mike shot away. Probably just sniping down the bombard cannon. Important that Mr. Yo is not losing his against MbL. Skirm's chasing this one down. I think Mr. Yo should retreat. Doesn't really want to trade this one off. Nice move by him. And gets away with everything here. 80 villagers now against 110. C count 4-3 at this very moment. Holy guacamole, what a game. 1 cavalier. Heard some good stories of fighting. Thinks better of it. Halberdiers. Are they even right-clicked on the bombard cannon? No. Okay. Just going for the rage there. Bombard cannon getting the ground attack. Killing his own farm. Ay, 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 ay. Wanted to go for the bombard cannon for the halberdier kills. Didn't really happen. Meanwhile, Arbalest doing a good job here. At least killing some villagers. Did get some skirmisher kills. But look at that economy at the top of Mr. Yo. Something we can't really say for MbL. Behind this, Mr. Yo with 4 relics as well. What a great map awareness. Didn't get that one at the bottom. Does he know about it? Would surprise me a bit. Yeah, no, he doesn't. Was so close with his monks, didn't really go for it. And MbL tries to get some vision with the outpost. And... Bop! Sees so much. Ethiopian power. That doesn't even look like town patrol, honestly. Sayo has almost nothing on the field. Yeah, pop 125 against 140. Neither player has to offer too much. 19 military against 55. But his production will just be so much smoother, right? Oh no, his production so much smoother is tough to say. He simply has the easier way of reinforcing. MbL's castles, non-existent. Non-existent. Didn't get that stone. And I don't even know where was the second stone. Don't know. Bombard cannons exposed. Ooh, we'll both go down. MbL just goes for the split. And yeah, easy kill by him. Gets a shot off before dying anyways. Takes one with him. Whew. But what? Has 4 cavaliers. Doesn't even have the second wood upgrade. Mr. Yo tags to paladins. Fights full Arbalest Halberdier of Ethiopians. And feels like paladin is the best investment. Oi oi oi. At the 59-minute mark. Crazy late. Crazy choice. But well, he still has more gold to go, right? So I don't mind it too much. Arbalest have to retreat here as well. Fighting for that one. Skirmisher finds that angle. More villagers expanding. And... yeah, MbL has more control of the center of the map. That's kind of it. Okay, bombard cannon around here now. Heavy plow. And paladin tech. Oh, that's so funny. We'll find some more villager kills here at the left hand side. No real engagement is happening now. Wants to hold that castle. I don't want to repeat myself. This is the moment where I love to have Onlu as a co-caster. I can get angry that he doesn't get masonry. And Onlu will actually say it 12 times as well. Finally he gets it. More armor, more HP on your castle. And gets another castle up here as well. Interesting move. Will reclaim the stone. Paladins could come over there. Pop 166 against 170 is solid. 50 villager lead. Military, he's 60 behind here, Mr. Yo. But will find so many villager kills and can't simply get to his desired army. Bombard cannon micro now needs to be on point. We have 4 bombard cannons here. One very heavily chilling. I'm not really sure what those halberdiers are moving in for. Probably to snipe the villagers? That feels so weird. Bombard cannon micro by MbL. So on point. Just incredible efficiency. But most likely, that's the time when you get raided somewhere else. And indeed, MbL, maybe a bit of a late reaction there. We didn't really see it. Iron casting now. Your typical 62-minute upgrade. Full skirmisher production now. 20 paladins on the field. And Mr. Yo... is he giving that castle up? Not yet. Still has 400 stone in the bank. And is getting a lot of stone pretty soon here as well. Nice production now from home. He is sitting at a solid pop 190 while MbL drops down to pop 120. This is not looking great for him. So much pressure over here. MbL just hoping, okay, maybe I can kill you at this angle and then hold at home, but that's not going to be easy. The economy of Mr. Yo just so much better, could save so many villagers, simply had the mobility to always keep Mr. MbL down here. The 4th bombard cannon not really fighting again. Arbalest trying to go for the snipe. MbL just very active, but that's kind of the only angle where he has to watch as well, right? because everywhere else he's kind of dying. 4 Halberdiers now on the field against a guy that has 24 paladins. I think Mr. Yo, is he even trying to jump? I think just killing the 3 bombard cannons is enough. Trading off the 3 bombard cannons would be enough here. Goes for the one at the right hand side, and MbL a bit out of position, and that's something he could not allow. G to the G. Mr. Yo takes game number 3 in a beautiful, beautiful game. Ethiopians against Franks. I absolutely love that one. Weird opening by MbL, but really paid off because the scouts did all the damage against the gold early on. It felt so long ago that happened. An over 1 hour game. Lovely entertainment that those two did provide for us. We can take a look at the statistics. Mr. Untouched Echo at the North won him the game, in my opinion. Yeah, and both extra gold spots that were there as well. And also the fact that he had 4 relics, maybe even in the end 5. Had the better KD there. And I think MbL never castling those hills in the center was kind of tough as well. Mr. Yo, only 2.5k more gold. But look at that food as well. 14k more there. Solid 6k more wood. MbL, DM timing. But no traps to follow it up. Meant MbL first had to get chemistry, which takes endless. Then bombard cannons that aren't doing the craziest damage against castles. 2.3k gold, and MbL never broke the 100 villager mark. Ooh. And Sayo takes it to 1. Did Capture Age just update the scoreboard? Let me quickly check. 2-1. Deco behind the scenes. Thanks, my man. Lovely stuff. And we can take a look at the upcoming civilizations that they still have left to go with. Franks and Ethiopians gone. MbL with Mongols and Britons against Inca and Khmer. I personally am not a big Inca fan. Therefore I say, on my paper, MbL with the better civilizations. But Mr. only needs 1 more W. So 1.3k stone without a castle. Why? Probably needed the gold. Felt bombard cannon could do enough. Is this the last time streaming before your holidays? I will do like the last English stream. Yes. I will do German Monday next Monday, where we will do a lot of special stuff. Introduction into water play. Then we will also do... I do full cast of a game while only rhyming. And in the evening we'll play Counter-Strike 1.6 against Donny. So yeah, that's going to be a good ending stream. And then we will do some LAN, travel some, and do some business outside of Hamburg.
Rogan?
Kalashadana. Kalashadana. Thanks, my man, for your Prime support 5 months. Ken's ending. The endings aren't that nice. I like the stages way more. Like player select already is so good. Fight! Hayuken! Shoryuken! Fight! Shoryuken! For anyone who played Street Fighter. I think it's hilarious you talk shit about Incas, you wouldn't say... Oh. Speaking of Counter-Strike, Mr. Yo is also good at it. You shall solo him. I didn't even know he played. think it's hilarious. Oh god, now I read every message out loud. Okay, I think now they jump into game number 4. Mongols against Incas. That's going to be an interesting one, guys. An interesting one. Why is there no Twitch alert?
Really
No.
high.
There's no Twitch alert on this scene. Now there is again. Ah, I think I did some recording for Red Bull and was scared that someone would like donate $1 million while I was recording for Red Bull, and then I had to do the 3-minute video again. Do you think Yo is so good because now he hides his unit composition for so long? Because how he hides his unit composition for so long? No. I wouldn't even say he's a guy who hides his unit composition for so long. He played Franks with scouts into knights and skirmishers. Showed every single scorpion instantly. No, not really. Jem Vanderleff, thanks for 29 months, my man. Not far away from the blue hippo. Oh. Tries to go for some laming here is Mr. MbL, who now switched colors. Felt like, okay, playing yellow against blue isn't the way to go. Let's make something happen here. You'll find a way to stay stable in the message situation. Well, he was Franks, right? Only makes sense to stay stable. You knew it, Dave. You knew it. But yeah, it's such a setup. What can I do? What can I do? Do you think Vivi's biggest flaw is that he throws a unit away a lot? No. I think his biggest flaw is that he isn't learning meta properly. And I'm not sure how good his hotkeys are, but it's not looking great. And maybe I should watch his stream a bit more. I know that was the biggest problem of Tim. And, oh god, MbL didn't even find his boar and his sheep. That's going to be a rough... He didn't even find his berries yet. MbL went for such an instant lame. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, this is so bad, guys. Oh no. Oh no. Full Titanic. Full Titanic. Guys, I think this is the day where I will make an exception and we might do a loser interview. And now he wants to go for the boar and MbL didn't find it. Oh god. You're not even taking the boar. He knows that if the villagers come in here, he can even block it off. He can get a villager killed quite easily there. I think MbL's biggest flaw is that he doesn't scout his resources. I'm not sure if it's his biggest flaw, but surely one of them. Like, this is a risk that can pay off. But I think you have to find 4 sheep and a boar. Well, that's the minimum he did, right? And yeah, that one doesn't even have loom. Oh, this is so ugly for MbL. And now against Inca that can punish you so well in those spots. Just move over here to the left hand side. Oh, not going to happen. Some more block. Not ideal scenario for Mr. Yo, honestly. I thought he could have maybe done more there. Big vault here by Mr. Yo, who, well, didn't know about that wood line. But Mr. Yo not playing a crazy strategy. At least pop 22. 4 on wood. Feels like a man-at-arm opening to me. Has a solid map here when it comes to gold. Could wall off all those sites. What was that sound? Okay, the ostrich. I felt like I selected a zebra and it was like... for a zebra. That wasn't a fitting sound. Okay, now goes up. It's still Mongols, so he can make something happen. But it's now pop 22 against pop 22. Not the scenario that he wanted to be in. 6 seconds earlier. So yo, not with the smoothest dark edge of them all. Actually, MbL, super good job of keeping his TC working. Like the perfect ideal time is 10:05 and he has 10:06. Does he have loom? He does have loom. So that's 1 second idle time. This might honestly be the best Dark Age I've ever seen when it comes to keeping your TC working. 1 second of idle time only. This risk is not worth taking. Mongols early feudal is the best counter to Inca rush. So why take this risk? Just scout your own map, push to deer, be happy. Yeah, being happy isn't the natural thing for MbL. Like, his enjoyment comes due to the suffering of his opponent. And yeah. That's, I don't even need to go into more detail. But Mongols should be earlier than 10:05? Yes, that's what I said. The Dark Age itself wasn't that smooth because of the late boar, but Pop 22 at 10:06 is like, as I said, basically perfect. Now takes the fight without the eagle. Horrible thing here for Mr. Yo. Trades off everything and quite some losses. Stuck. Thanks, my man. Could maybe try to snipe the scout. Goes for the quick vault here at the front. I think he should finish those. Knows that the militia are around. Does he want to build the second archer range? Feels like it. Ooh, blacksmith squeezed in there. Interesting play. Not a single farm by him. Isn't it less walling for Yo to wall to the woodlines in the left to his base? This and that. You know that we had massive amount of fighting with the scout and eagle over here, right? That always means that your map exploration will be way smaller. The more laming there's going on, the weirder the walls are. As a kind of rule of thumb. He simply has no idea about all those. So you're basically playing like MbL right now. Actually, yeah, it's very similar. I think the typical MbL thing would be to wall here and build the archer range here. But simply to be walled a bit earlier, I think he wouldn't risk it to build the blacksmith that late. And yeah, having his opponent, or giving his opponent the chance to go in. Poor first farm only now. Now finally goes on the ostriches. Ripperino. If you ever want to see an interesting video, look at how to cook an ostrich egg on YouTube. It takes quite some time. Are we finally going to see a game with Incas that doesn't try to feudal rush? There are massive amount of games where Inca doesn't try to feudal rush. You're probably one of these guys that only watch Unity 90 clickbait videos. There, everyone feudal rushes. But yeah, Incas aren't played that often, and most of the time on this stream, people don't go that wild. Late imp game, which div has the advantage between these two? If we go for super late imp and everyone can go for their ideal army composition, obviously Mongols. Like if we get to SO, Hussar, Elite Mangodai. But most likely we will have some fighting before that and we need lower army composition, right? Then I think Eagle are obviously incredibly good against Mongols. I think Incas should be, at least early imp, they should be way better. Also guys, remind me, I think MbL just lost a scout. And I think Mongols lost supplies, right? So that makes the Eagles even better. So I think lots of Eagles could make a lot of sense. Does Inca farming build bonus have an impact on stealing farms? On stealing farms? Not really, no. Not how I understand it. Do Mongols have champions? Yes, they do. Hanidi, did your experience in poker ever help you in AoE? Well, in some form, yes. Obviously, like I'm very good at keeping my cool. very good at bluffing. A lot of people got bluffed into thinking I'm actually a good player. And yeah, I fooled 5 guys, taking me into the best team in the world. So that was the best bluff I ever did in my life. Except that, not really. Yeah, but like I'm thinking a lot into like decision making instead of like result oriented, right? Game number 1, for example, it's something where a lot of people will question, oh, MbL, he lost the game and this and that and yada. I think I have a more than average way of approaching things very analytically. Yeah. No one believes that though. Yeah, at least no one on AoE zone. Oh, that could be really good for Mr. Yo. Could find some kills here. Upgrades. Fletching against Fletching. No defense upgrades. Some dancing here. 4v3. And, well, slight win here for Mr. Yo. Relatively even. 3 more archers still left alive. 10-9 KD. MbL just around here for some defense. And it feels like both players are heavily going on to crossbows. I'll take the ACM Hera bet. If ACM wins, you can do 10 gifted sub. If he loses, I will give 1. Yeah, the problem with that is I had a lot of offers in the past of people. Oh, and I see a lot of people moving out without patrol, trying to take some hills and running into some army. This is so good for MbL. This is not walled behind this one as well. Uh-oh, losing so much military here. Military count now 10, 2, 3. Skirmishers are getting snagged as well. That's still not walled. Oof, tata. MbL, if he was a bit more hungry for the W, he could have dove in there. Pui. Yeah, Hegemon. In the past, I often had like, oh yeah, I will sponsor the show match. I will give $200, and then never heard of people. So I hope you understand that that's something I can't accept. Like doing a bet afterwards, after stuff happened. Odds on Capoch beating MbL and Red Bull Blue. Uh-oh, after I seeing this set, coin flip, 50-50. Nah, MbL is the big favorite. Odds there, I would say 3-1. You mean you got scammed a lot, Kappa? Yeah, not Kappa. Triple barracks switch now. Interesting. So it will be lead skirmisher Eagle against the Mongol player. Step Lancer, a good unit against that if we were to go for it. For now, MbL takes Botkin. Again, no crossbow. Goes for Bosaw first. Quite interesting. Why MbL is a big favorite? Against Capoch, he's the way better player. Yeah. Eagles without any upgrades so far. 5 on the field, 1 more in production. Skirmish upgrade 2-1. Crossbow count quite solid. Uh-oh, Mr. Yo needs to run. I don't mind mass Eagles against what MbL is going for. Especially also gives us the army composition in the long run. But that's 2 dead villagers. Maybe even looking for a 3rd one. No, save that one for now. Very tight in here. Jumping. Skirmisher numbers might be falling, but knights are actually losing lots of HP. 1 down already, 2nd one will die as well. Takes that one down with 2 eagles, goes for bloodlines. And again, 1 villager forward. We will see the aggressive siege workshop. And, ooh, Mr. Yo actually not building the greatest TC ever there. Like, it makes a lot of sense to build it there, but could be a nice attack point for MbL with his next upcoming Mangonauts. Why did he bring so many boomers back from retirement? You have to explain that before I can answer that. It feels way worse getting banned from your channel than $5. Okay. So which qualified players has the best chances to beat their invited opponent? The Max versus Land? Yeah, most likely. Followed by Nikov versus Doubt. I think those are the two most likely upsets. I also am not counting Winchester out against Mr. Yo. I think Winchester has a solid 20-25% there. And that's crazy to say against the reigning champion. But Winchester is really beastly and good at preparing in those sets. Only best of 5. He will have well thought out home maps. Can train a lot with Dark. I think that's going to be a super interesting set. With Red Bull Wallet 2, was there any seeding other than just making 8 automatic versus 8 qualifiers? Yes. The semi-finalists were seeded so that they face each other only in the semi-finals. Then the 4 others.
Hello, Nilly sub, Nilly energy, Nilly love.
So 5 till 8 was seeded, and then the other 8 were randomly seeded. Hololine, thanks my man for 13 months. Skirm dancing here, 22 military against 26. Eagles around with the counter attack. Not really sure if they will actually get in. Some more dancing here. I think more skirmishes won't really hurt MbL. Will get those houses up in time though. Not a big problem. 1 barracks falling here. 4 Rex, 2 TCs with 15 farms. Seems quite tight to me. Well... what about 5 barracks? Okay. Yeah, that's obviously not going to work. Siege Workshop is now going up behind this one, but he's losing more barracks as well. And yeah, not really breaking this one. MbL just way too good to allow that one to ever happen. Eagles trying to find some cutoff of the reinforcements. 1 villager will die for crossbow there as well. I like those moves. MbL not really possible to jump in at the front, and we might just go into game number 5. At least it's looking pretty good for now for MbL. He is sitting at 1 TC though. Full knight and crossbow aggression. Eagles scaling reasonably well against that. 26 Eagles out now. They are not really finding the kills here. And oh, the guy that I said is way too good to ever allow those Eagles to break in. Did allow the Eagles to get in, but already had enough army prepared. So not the biggest problem there, but some idols force. And I did already cast it like it is over for MbL, but well, 30 population lead for him. He let them in on purpose, yeah. It's like Mr. MbL is sitting behind this like, call an ambulance! But not for me. And then pap! The knight's doing the job. And finally another barracks, because 4 barracks weren't enough. And yeah, that's true. Like 12 farmers, a good number to keep 2 TCs running. 12 farmers, I think not enough to keep 4 barracks running. So yeah, it doesn't really fit too well there. Mangonel's now pressuring this area. Only 1 TC added. MbL still sits at 1 TC. Look at his eco. Okay, now gets 1 at the gold there. Very massive aggression. Nice play by him, surely. How can he hold this TC? Needs a siege workshop. Needed that one way earlier. 8 more eagles in production. Quite solid in that regard. Forgot to queue in 1 in the groups. Now goes for some repair. Eagles are... oh no. 3 knights are diving in deep. Trying to spot the army maybe. That will be some losses. Maybe felt okay, counterattack is coming. And counterattack is indeed coming. TC now falling. Eagle numbers 21, 8 more in the queue. Knight numbers slightly dwindling. MbL needs to make sure to keep those numbers alive. Pretty important at the front. 1 knight here for the defense. Eagles finding some stuff, but not the greatest pathing. The knight is actually, oh yeah, clearing all this up. That was really important. And it just looks very good for MbL. Now takes down the archery range quite easily. Not the most important thing though. But the economy won't really increase, and look at those exposed villagers at the front. Not going to be too pretty. Let's take a look. Mangonel Micro was better the whole set for Mr. MbL, and he stays very active as well. What do you think of Vivi's year so far? Nothing special. Like, he was overrated for quite some time by lots of people. And he's probably the guy that fell off most. But yeah, he's not a guy that was super good at Civ drafting, not a guy that is super good at like mixed maps. Had some underperformances in team games. Obviously some drama there with his roommates, and yeah. What can I say? Lovely dude, but not the guy that adjusted too well to DE as well. Uh-oh, those eagles can maybe find the counter-attack. MbL with a nice wall of though. Night production here. We actually have, ooh, going for the extra gold at the bottom. Nice spot there for Mr. Yo. And, ooh, one eagle is getting in. Not the prettiest thing ever. Ah, that hurts a bit. Hurts quite a bit. Knight's coming over for the defense. MbL just continues to clear up the front, though. You think he's overrated because of T90 hyping him up all the time? Oh, I don't know if how important that is. Yeah, you saw my top 15 video. Even I gave him. Oh, nice ground attack there. Oh, that one will be the final fight of the game, I believe, though. Knights are getting in the kill. Crossbow number still surviving. And Knights are clearing this one up behind as well. And that was the fight that Mr. Yo needed to win convincingly to allow himself the comeback. Knight number so down, though, that the Eagles cannot really jump on that one. That is all cleared up. And yeah, my train of thought. Exclamation mark top. A video that I made listing the top 15 players in the world, including, or like Hera, Yo, and Viper gave their list as well. And I think Dowd as well, right? Yeah. And there I had, I think, Vivi at number 10 as well, but already had a bad feeling about that. But that also was shortly after NAC, I believe. And he is clearly a guy that fell off a lot. I think he, if you're really harsh, might not even be considered top 15 at the moment. What changes would you make to that list? Well, that would be a new video in itself as well, right? Vivi lower. Obviously Slam higher. Winchester could be higher. Yeah, something like that. I think most of it is still pretty accurate. MbL taking the hill, now wants to take this fight again, but gives Mr. Yo a better way to retreat. Never saw a quick wall with the lumber camp before. Look at that, 18 eagles on the field, 8 more eagles in the queue. Full knights here by MbL, +1, +2 for him. Just keeps those numbers up quite nicely. Who do you think is the most improved since start of DE? Jack 111122. Pretty sure. Followed by Mega Bomber 2000. And Me Has It 14. Those three pretty surely the most improved players. I think it's not even close. Like with everyone who has anyone else, I'm probably, you're not deep enough in the scene. If you think about anyone in the top 100, yeah, that can't be right. When is the best point to make wheelbarrow? Well, my general rule of thumb is if the feudal age is long, do it in the last upgrade before you click up to castle age. If the feudal age was short, do it as one of the first upgrades in castle age. If you went for feudal age at all, if you are booming, then have 3 TCs running and click wheelbarrow then. The math says something like at 35 villagers should be good timing. Why do you not include Capotch? What? Before Cabot, there are like at least 12 other players that would be before that as well. Like Jimmy underscore 3, for example, is way more improved than Cabot as well. Hold My Towel 14 is like Cabot, really. He increased his skill by maximum of 50%. Chat questions lol 1337, for example, is also a guy that... Did you see how his quick walling was before D and how good his quick walling is now? It's like a completely different level. Yeah. Oh, Mangonel, very aggressive. You're not really sure what he wanted to go for. Phew. Question from 0 to 1800? Isn't it from 1000 to 1800? Why is Yo still playing? Well, he likes his Incas, right? He's taking reasonable fights with the Eagles, and if he keeps off trading Eagles, eventually Mongols will run out of gold. Ground attack here, pretty damn solid! Pretty damn solid ground attack there. And the follow-up attack, can we see another shot there? Mr. Yo, ooh, kind of bugged out with the Eagles there. Holy moly, that was solid. And yeah, crossbowmen still holding their ground. Neely, where would you place yourself in the rankings? Top 25? Not really. I would say I'm like number 40 in the world at the moment. Although I just beat Lan in my game earlier, and Lan is clearly top 12, so I have to be at least 11. 11. Okay, Castle should probably go up for MbL, and yeah, that will block the gold so nicely. Will also give him more control over that hill area as well. Trying to expand here, extra gold will run dry eventually. Did take the main gold fully already? Where's the other gold? Ah, that's gold number 3 for Mr. Yo. So yeah, not a lot of gold control left for him. Neely is also top 40 streamer. Yeah, if not even top 45. Yeah, I think maybe even top 45. If you would land once, you get to take his Red Bull to place. That's what I heard. If only I was responsible for the tournament rules anymore, yeah. That would have been lovely. Uh-oh. Oh, bad timing. Bad timing, Mr. Yo. Ouch. Is Dow top 10 at the moment? I would say so, yeah. Kamayuk's out now. Hello. Lovely unit. And, well, guys, I am predicting game number 5. Latest, the moment MbL reaches him, maybe Mr. Yo finds the resign button earlier. I know he's searching it for quite some time, but then from time to time took some good fights, took some horrible fights as well. And yeah, maybe he's hoping, okay, Kamayuk will carry me, but apparently a guy that isn't looking at the score very often. Should MbL consider Mangodai or no? He's not only considering them. And yeah, it's one of the best units in the game, so considering would make a lot of sense there. Now takes another fight. Hill control is looking pretty nice. Oh god, Eagle's bugging out heavily. Does just so much more damage before the fight even really started. And yeah, trading off Eagles now is just so good. MbL doesn't want to stay on Knights anyways. And getting all the HP away. Magnodai not even touched. And TC around here. Mr. Yo, what's his plan? Okay, wanted to go for that goal as well. Are there any units you think need rebalance or changes? Well... GG first, and then I will answer the question. Mr. Yo, he just faced the big attack here. The eagle numbers weren't really there. I think he took that one horrible fight where he went down to 2 military to 10, and then basically had to fight against bigger numbers all game long. Unfortunate gold spots for him as well. He did an okayish job. I think staying on crossbowman could have also been an option, but after he lost all his crossbows early on, here, just moving up that hill, it wasn't looking pretty. And I can update the score myself because I'm a grown man. Am I? No, I'm not. Lol. It says 1-1 for me. I'm not that grown man. Okay, now it says 2-2. Winner here. Save. Start. Continue. Show. Continue. 2-2. Hello. Lovely game though. And, well, game number 5. Hype. Statistics, something we can take a look at as well. MbL just massed knights there. The good crossbow did take that beautiful hill in the front. Mr. Yo, maybe a bit late on to siege himself with the mangonels there, but always fighting uphill could have been tricky. MbL, after that horrible start, coming back into the set, something I love to see. Units that need to work over, I think, siege towers. I think, I personally don't like Kashyyyks at all. I think, I had a good answer. Camel, flaming camels. Yeah, I will keep it at that for now. And now, guys, get hyped for game number 5. $100. Winner takes all. Who's the second best American player? Dogao, I would say. Or maybe Nikov. Junkie! Some guy in the chat that doesn't know that you play RTS games with something else than a controller just said, "This is why we can't have nice things." Well, okay. Well, we will jump into the decider. Game number 5. Khmer versus Britons here. Khmer, obviously, the civilization where you can jump into some lovely houses. Your farmers don't need mills or TCs to drop off your food. Therefore, your farm economy is just so damn strong. Not mainly because the farmers work so much faster, but you don't have any floating resources, floating farm. It's always directly accessible in your bank. On the other side, Mr. MbL in the blue trunks playing Britons, +1 range for your crossbows. Just the main bonus for them. 20% working, faster working archer ranges. Lovely as well. And, well, 3 on wood for now. So, doesn't look like a drush. And, yeah, also builds the mill. Mr. Yo, very early out here already. Boar in the back, and MbL takes it at a reasonable time. Actually, 4.5 minutes. Not that crazy. Was there lambing I missed? Not really. Full HP on both scouts. No special amount of any sheep. We have 5 sheep still in the TC here. And 5 also here. So taking the boars relatively early in MbL. Oh, the early gate already. Does Khmer get ski tram? Yes, they do. That's why a likely army composition in late game could be something like Hussar, Skirmisher, Siege Ram against what we are expecting, Arbalest, Skirmisher, Halberdier for our Briton player. Indeed, Skirmishers, as you can see, all 3 upgrades for attack and defense allowed as well. Scissor. Okay, David from Castle. Scissor. Rock. Haha. 1-0 for me. Any birds in the corner? No. Just saw 2 birds. 2-hour game Britain push? Yeah, not really what's going to happen. Someone stole my mood ring. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Ay. If you were having any responsibilities on this channel, I would have probably unmuted you now. Yeah. Scout goes on relatively deep.
Ready.
Second number camp here for MbL. Is he trying to... Ooh! The zoo is prepared. And what? Goes for some dancing here. And oh, for those 2 gates, only getting that amount of damage is not really what he was looking for. But he is up to feudal age earlier. So I think MbL will get quite some stuff done. Now takes the fight uphill. Not my favorite thing in the world. And yeah. Trades off the HP. And actually, maybe Mr. Yo could have gotten home. Most likely not. Lots of wood invested. But will get the scout kill in... well... only 20 seconds. And yeah, Mr. Yo won't make it home. Maybe he should start fighting on the hill. Maybe also thinking pop 21 might have been enough. Didn't really expect MbL as the Briton player to be up at pop 20. And now it's just time to fight back. But loses that one. 30 HP still left for MbL. Has to be happy with how this one is going so far. Stable now. Your typical Briton. We analyzed it absolutely correct, guys. Briton, so good. Faster working archer ranges and crossbows longer range. Such an easy choice for him. And yeah, MbL, he doesn't know about all the bonuses of his civilization and just blindly goes for the stable.
Ready.
Or just playing the mind games, expecting Mr. Yo to go full scouts, full skirmishes, and then counter with scouts, because Mr. Yo obviously now does not have a scout to see that, and we might just see the great mind games didn't work out too well. And if you get into the Scout v Scout war, since Khmer don't need the buildings to free other buildings or tax, you rarely see barracks from Khmer, and MbL will have scouts and spearmen against an opponent that only has scouts. Therefore, MbL with lots of control, gold won't be controlled, and he will be pushed away from his ostrich and zebra here. MbL will have a lot of control with this opening and allows himself to completely wall behind this one as well. So I don't mind this too much. The classic MbL, 3 scouts and 23,045 spearman rush should work. Well, if anyone can make it work, it is MbL style to make something happen there for sure. Scouts now moving out, shouldn't really find an opening though. Villager will wall that one off, and then MbL can at all times decide how much he wants to go on to gold and how much he wants to transition into crossbows. Should still be a very reasonable choice for him in Castle Age. Even though against Khmer that have +1 extra range, or 1 extra range on their scorpions, kind of a good counter to the crossbows. It feels like Britons really still shine with that one. Khmer have arguably second best elephant in my opinion. Yeah, that's what most people would say, right? Fortunate map for Mr. Yo. Okay, Smet, I will respect you because I know that you are not a gold digger. Good map for Mr. Yo, you say? While Mr. Yo has 0 control over any gold. So I will appreciate you that you are, yeah, seeing the little things, seeing the positive things, even if they aren't there. There are too few people in this world. And scouts now diving in. Risky move. Mr. Yo didn't even need to do those walls. Could have just jumped into the houses as well. But keeps those working for quite some time. Archer range now behind this. What is he even going for? And what? Don't tell me. No, okay, lol. I just thought MbL still didn't loom. Was exactly at 100 gold at the top. But just collected 50. Maybe switch him. He definitely won't ask for the helicopter, right? Maybe swipe him. Ah, okay. Well, asking for the helicopter ride was okay. Expecting me to pay for the helicopter ride, that was not okay. Ooh. Yeah, and those scouts are now trapped as well. Mr. Yo will have the 3-1 KD and has reasonable resources, but how is he getting to the gold now? Sends those out. Maybe skirms for the defense. Won't look too pretty. I think I won't even mind an early market here for our Khmer player. Is there any low HP villagers that could get sniped? Not really. Mr. Yo now has to be very active with all his scouts. Just really seeing what MbL is going for, what the tech switch could be. So far, MbL, nothing happening. Is on the way to Castle Age, but not a single archery range being dropped. Would have loved, absolutely loved, a move that we will never see from the top players because it's not game theory optimum. But I love the sneakiness, just having 2 archery ranges here and get the crossbow side attack. But obviously you need to send the villager. If it's spotted, it's horrible for you. So not going to... What? MbL goes for a pikeman push? With Britons? Why? Goes for the +1? Okay, no. It was just a misclick. Okay, guys. Whew. Calm down, guys. Calm down. Don't assume anything. Don't stretch any words longer than they need to be pronounced. It's just going to be attack first. Pikeman? Okay. +1 attack. Still feels a bit weird. 6 spearmen on the field. Now sends villager forward. And this is the next game where he gets aggressive siege up against Mr. Yo, who, well, still has the very open woodlines, right? And there's a massive hill to be taken as well. MbL just constantly getting awareness there. Look at that. He's playing the civilization. He's playing the map and his opponent more than he's playing a civilization. And that's something you won't hear in Hera's civilizations guides. He will tell you something like, yeah, if you are Britons, you better go for crossbow. And if you play against Khmer, then play this and that. And he surely won't tell you, like, if you're Britons, just play forward, siege workshop and monastery with some spearmen. But it might actually be exactly the perfect choice because, well, it will punish the map just so much. Mr. Yo's woodlines in the back, surely not pretty. Stressing me out. I was only listening to the stream. I hear spearmen push. I panic. Sorry, my man. Nearly flaming his teacher? I'm never flaming.
Mandatum.
I'm not a camel. Siege workshop. Producing now. Mangonel micro has been so much better for MbL. The soul set. Villager here. But, ooh, that even felt like a ground attack. Instantly one kill there. Goes for the house first. Any jokes? What joke? TC now being dropped at the side as well. I normally like to build a tier and 3 tiles away from the edge of the map to squeeze in some more farms, but yeah, I can see it this way as well. Der Hustler, thanks, Needle love to you as well. Where are the drums? Probably at the drum store. Sometimes people confuse me with their questions. Just copying Huang's strat? Yeah, not really, right? Scout opening into that isn't really Huang's style. Plus, the 3 TCs isn't too typical for him. But yeah, simply the mangonel aggression is just so good. And Mr. Yo not really finding the answers. One knight for the defense as well, buying him a lot of time. We'll lose that one, but we'll get a lot of HP on that house behind. Knight production here for Mr. Yo. Has to avoid fighting the center here. And, well, finally, Mr. Yo adjusting a bit better with the earlier siege workshop. Something I was really not seeing early enough for my taste in the last game. Why no wheelbarrow? Well, MbL only has 14 farms, so can't even keep all his 3 TCs running at all times. You're kind of trying to get it after that, and for Mr. Yo, he has it, although with Khmer, you can go for wheelbarrow a bit later. When should MbL consider adding archers? Depends a bit on the spot here, right? And what army composition his opponent is going for. He sees mass skirm knight, not really inviting to go for archers, so at the moment I feel just staying on what he's doing is fine. He's doing lots of pressure, forcing a lot of idols. Loses one mangonel now. At the moment it feels more likely to me that MbL will actually drop a second stable than that he goes for more or the archer switch. Although he has a lot of resources floating now. Maybe even pikemen. Skirmishers could have ran away a bit further. MbL. Yeah. Should I do the group project thingy again? Like, the deadline is only in 3 weeks and we didn't do the rehearsal yet. Oh no, actually, it's delayed by 1 week, so it gives us more time to prepare even better. And yeah, I'm just the guy chilling and asking, oh, didn't even know we had a group project.
Mandatum.
Yeah. I actually went to a guy that I did, like to the funeral of a guy that I did a lot of group projects with, and I was one of the guys that was carrying him down, and Yeah. Ah, sick. I'm just missing one word for the joke. What's it? Casket. Casket. And yeah, we let the casket down the...
Really miss the hippos. Nearly feels mad.
Don't interrupt me while I'm trying to do a joke. Okay, I will just skip it. Another day I will coffin. Yeah, coffin. Ah. 40C now for MbL, still having the 2 nice hills. Would love to see some control over at that angle. Woodline relatively exposed here. Goes for more knights. Now Mr. Yo. 10 villagers behind. Some military behind as well. We'll get a nice raid in here at the side. Monks are coming over. Do you think he should have gone for redemption monks? I'm not even sure if Khmer have redemption. And I don't think so. Khmer have a lot of good options, right? And redemption monks are then extremely poor against crossbows of Britons, so I don't think it's a good option. TCs, now the wild farms. 3 TCs actually. All over here, knights are diving in. 1 mangonel should die. MbL shouldn't lose this mangonel at the front. And mangonel dies. MbL should just get out of there. Has the monks behind, so Mr. Yo can't really commit himself in there. 1 elephant still active at the side. And now we have an archery range to get some crossbows out. But we don't even have fletching yet. Nor the defense upgrade, quite obviously. Mangonel, very aggressive here. We'll get 1 shot off, and Monka as just dodging that one so easily. Villager difference is crazy. Yeah, plus 18 here. MbL, he has to be happy with how this game is going again. Shot, gets it off, and isn't finishing this one, though. Whoop. Oh, and in a spot where I thought MbL finally gets the negative trade. He's actually trading off 1 for 1 again. Khmer Eco obviously pretty damn good. Did carry a lot of people into or out of very difficult situations. But MbL's Eco behind this really good. Knights are diving in. Monks going for the conversion. 1 mangonel deleted, or what happened there? That felt so weird. Did he just delete a mangonel? I'm really confused. And, well, pikeman tech now for MbL. He just did clear up all the army of Mr. Yo, but lost his mangonels and his monks there. Pretty solid move. Mr. Yo buying himself quite some more time. I think he could have gone for the mangonel defense a bit longer, though. Didn't really need to dive in. TC at the side is going up. MbL's Eco looking pretty damn sexy in the back here. Could expand to that TC as well. Maybe this is the time to go for crossbowman. MbL's mangonel shot at the wall next to hit the other mangonel. What? For the number of knights, MbL really should have gotten armor. Well, he's not really fighting against or under TCs, right? He dove in once, so yeah, maybe he could have. Normally, knight's not really the unit you want to stay on for too long if you're Britons, but, well, he went for so many, is getting it now. Meanwhile, we see the 2nd armor upgrade for Mr. Yo as well. Defended that one quite nicely. Raid over here not going to happen, and MbL goes for a casual TC number 5. Archer's trying to hold here. MbL with the instant repair. Some villagers into the town center. His reactions absolutely on point. Still lacking crossbow upgrades though. Look at that. Archers, not a single upgrade on them. TC will finish. Knights could get in. Could now jump on this quite reasonably well. MbL with a solid house. Now blocking himself though. Those knights will find some villager kills. 40 villager lead for MbL before this raid started. I can't really say Mr. Yo is evening it out, making it a bit closer, but also losing quite some army. Meanwhile, we have another attack here. Mangnolds is still so active. Pikeman push continues as well. CA out of Khmer player, something we don't see too often. Lots of knights invested, 6 more in the queue. Well, Mr. Yo has to be happy. Killed more than 20 villagers with this raid and isn't completely done with it yet. Goes for Botkin, but how can he stop this army at the side? Not going to be too easy. Ballistics now for Mr. MbL. And finally we're clearing this one up. And all of a sudden, villager difference at 12. Less than 10 villager difference. That raid was so massive. That was really, really good. Phew. Knights are pressuring this area quite nicely for Mangnolds. One trying to defend. And again, one for none. The story of this series. Just over and over again. MbL taking the better Mangnol trades. Knights now diving in. They shouldn't get anything done here. One at the front. Okay, that's nice. Gets one Mangnol. The group is over here. Not getting the kill. It's some shots again. Trying to find another angle is MbL. Meanwhile, another raid over here. Ooh. And yeah, not having Botkin hurts the defense there quite a bit. All of a sudden, Mr. Yo ahead in villagers and both players in Castle Age. What are we witnessing here? Mr. Yo doing a great job of allowing himself the comeback. Holy moly. And now maybe transitioning into skirmishes. Is that an option? We're going for more CA. Ooh. Wasn't there like a 40 villager lead? Was it 85 to 125? Something like that? Holy guacamole. MbL, that looks like he wants to build a castle behind his opponent's base, kind of. And only 2 Mangnolds left now. Monk is dying. Knight numbers not that pretty, though. Going to that wood line at the front. Those are just trying to find something. What did he scout at the bottom? Sees everything, but still not easy to find a good angle. And the TC goes, or the castle is getting started there. Army's getting dwindled down. Mangnol gets the kill finally for Mr. Yo. Wants to shoot the villagers. Gets the monk and hurts 2 villagers. But I think it's still enough army here for MbL. Scores getting surprisingly close. Villagers. Oh god. And reinforcing those will be pretty tricky. We are moving in. CA now focusing down the villagers. Pikeman still around. I think the castle will go up though. We are at 85% now. How many villagers are there? Only 5, only 4. Mr. Yo needs to click it. Oh, misclick there. And 3 villagers left. We are at 99% and castle goes up. Whoo, that was close. And I think with a tiny bit of better micro, it could have been a night, but enough villagers around to get it up afterwards, most likely. Hiya, that was a close one. Absolutely at the limit with the resources here is Mr. MbL. Yo, well, looks at somewhat a bit more of those. We did expand 2 extra stones. What is he trying to get up now? What is this, TC? Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Should never go up. And even if it goes up, it's just so easy to overtake and impossible to defend. Phew. Now, lots of CA on the map and light cav tech. I think this feels like a reasonable choice to go for crossbows. MbL for now decides to go on to longbow, man. I don't mind this either. And yeah, TC obviously did not go up here. Villagers are getting chased down now. That was some optimism that surprises me quite a bit. What can the CA find? Pop 150 for MbL, 125 for Mr. Yo. Lightcav moving out, CA. Uh-oh, lots of exposed villagers. You can jump into houses. Let's see if Mr. Yo thinks about it. Most of the time you should, especially if you build the houses like that. But sometimes you just panic and go to your normal reflexes. Sending over some light cav in the back. Saves them quite nicely, as he should. And we get the castle up there. Ballistics now on the way for Mr. Yo. Score drifting a bit further apart again. Knight is getting sniped. Those pikemen should get micro down as well. 14 CA by a Khmer player. Something we really don't see too often. MbL is now finally going in. Gets control over here. And that one castle. If he gets like 2 traps out here, he gets so many raisings. Whew. The camels give food. The neutral ones on the map, I don't even see them. And no, they don't. Here, those. No, they're completely neutral. Just there to enlighten. Or the mood. Enlighten the mood. And give this map a bit more flair, probably. Yeah, CA aren't great against longbows. That's true as well. Phew. Botkin on the way. Finally, on the other side, Mass CA still. Some more light cav, some more rams. Is he preparing a ram go or what's happening? Okay, over here wants to go for that gold. Now gets the TC up again. What shall Yo make? Shall he imp? Well, he shall prepare the handshake, honestly. Booming away is a good option here. Making it scrappy, attacking with the rams. But Longbowman Halberdier is something that Khmer will have a tough time countering. I think he should go for more skirmishes against what MbL has on the field now. Try to make it a bit of a wild game. Maybe look back into the MbL Viper game that I did upload like 2 weeks ago from the Arabia Invitational round 1. That is kind of the Khmer play. If you don't have the hills, how you want to play it, right? You want to fall back, try to set your eco up, try to go for the counter attacks, and then with like 130, 140 villagers, mass skirm, mass light cav raids, try to trade off against the Scold army and then prepare the ram go and try to free yourself the major hills. And that's what Mr. Yo could maybe go for. Is thinking about imping as well. Look at that. Resources aren't looking better. I just heard a market being rushed out. So not likely that the wood count will drop. And we are going in. But what's even the safe TC? Is this the safe TC? Is this the safe TC? This one isn't. Does he have another one somewhere? This one could be the safest TC. Yeah, maybe this, but... Oh, he decides for this TC. Oh, not going to be easy. But yeah, probably traps far away from there. Hi. Sitting at 120 villagers, both kind of. Population is relatively even. CA might find still some kills. Oh, MbL expecting the raid here at the site and just puts down those watchtowers for the defense. Okay, towers should probably go up in time. Maybe some villager kills. We have ballistic here, but didn't see the kills. MbL not garrisoning them, not really saving them. Another attack at the bottom. Oh, that castle at 70% damage output, I think should be enough. Yeah, Mr. Yo has to run there. That one was spotted by MbL. Meanwhile, guard tower attack. Mr. Yo is getting in. Will lose that castle. And without any castles and Khmer without bombard cannon, that's going to be pretty damn tricky. That castle, I don't really see it even going up. And if it goes up, it won't survive for too long. Look at that. 2 traps already actively working on that one. Hi. Neither player having any relics. MbL's army value just looking better. And what a crazy switch around game. Just think about it. That's the starting TC of Mr. Yo, who's still at pop 150. Not really sure why that lion had to die. But okay. Now gets another castle up at the top there. Did have both of the extra stone spots down here. That's why we see the crazy amount. But look at that. Big moving now. And so many idle villagers will be forced. As you can see, 26 idols against 20 idle villagers. But Mr. Yo gets Imp. Skirmisher still around. Nice move here with the guard tower in the center. Wouldn't mind Geoman to increase their efficiency as well. Light Cav Raid here runs actually into the castle. A bit surprising to me that he wants to dive in that deep. Where is he clicking his army into? Okay, weird placement, but he's a better angle for them. Finally, we see Mr. Yo going for the skirmishers here. Is still trying to hold on to this area. Not going to be too easy. TC is going to fall in another shot. Keeps himself around pop 150. Some more raids as well. And Khmer, they are better at those scrappy scenarios. Simply having Hazard. Skirms can trade off quite nicely as well. And I think if this game goes another 15 minutes... it looks better for the Khmer player, but it's also not unlikely that MbL will get into the spot to finish the game before that. Takes another TC down. TC count now for Mr. Yo down to 2. This one and the one over here. And there's so many exposed villagers at this bottom area that can't really be safe. Then, yeah, you can still jump into houses, but the raids are just massive. Pop 170. Mr. Yo drops below 140. Can't control all areas at the moment. Where should he really focus? 30 idle villagers now as well. MbL, he did do some bold statements. He did get his show match. He had a very unfortunate game, number 1. Also, other unfortunate games. If we think back about, or to the Mongols opening there as well. But strong performances over and over again. Did have nice pushes with the Mangonels, lovely plays, and didn't always play the meta, didn't always play the standard game, but did put Yo into very tough situations. Yo, surely one of the best players in the world to react to those tough situations. Loves to play against the world elite and did play a mass amount of games against the Vivis, against the Lux of the world. Surely did face the Huang strategies several times, but could not hold this one. Pop 110 and all the villagers so exposed. Did get another TC up, but it won't be enough to hold. We see 5 traps now on the field any second, and that's enough to cause the GG. 3-2 for MbL. Lovely, lovely stuff. And yeah, it wasn't looking great at some times for him, but doesn't really matter. MbL taking it down. And will take 100% of the... What? No! Series ended. I cannot update the score. Stop being live. Make live. Not 0-0. No. Ah! Okay, I will. No one is interested in the score anymore. Well, and MbL pretty damn solid with all the expansion. Didn't go for any archers for so long. Didn't actually go for any crossbows, only some archers. Longbows did it, and all the aggression. Did take Crucial Hill here, did take this Crucial Hill for so long. Blocked all the wood lines, and Mr. Yo got punished quite heavily for his approach here. And got the better KD in the long run. But economy should be on MbL's side indeed. Although, Mr. Yo allowed himself kind of in the game back again. When he killed a solid 30-40 villagers early on. What a great set. Really well